Welcome back, everyone. Today we are back with Cardano coin, and we are looking on a daily time frame, seeing a price near the major resistance zone while RSI is at the overbought zones. Now, quickly zooming out to show you the resistance zone. Basically, you can see we had first, second, some kind of consolidation near this resistance zone, another touch, and another touch. Now, what's interesting on the Cardano coin at current moments is actually the RSI movement in combined with price being near the resistance zone. Basically, let's take the RSI out, and you can see currently we are in huge overbought zones with RSI. And now taking back in time to look where we last time were in the overbought zones, let's zoom in. You can see basically three times we were in the overbought zones. We're not going to take into consideration this zone. So we're going to take into consideration those two zones where also the yellow line is in the overbought zone. So first time after like breakout from the EMAs here, we had a nice bullish momentum. Now, what's interesting, we didn't actually stop here or like went to the lower zones, but we formed some kind of triangular pattern which resulted a cool down for the RSI. So we had some kind of like consolidation movement. Let me just take it like this so you can see. We didn't cool down. We formed lower low, higher low breakout. Now the second breakout, which resulted in yet another like overbought zone on the RSI, but at the same time we are at this like resistance zone. Although it was a smaller resistance zone, but still it is considered to be a resistance zone. And from here RSI cooled down and we had a movement to the 100 EMA. So currently, although the resistance isn't that small, which means a possible movement would be much higher than the last times. So RSI is in very overbought zones. We had a breakout from the EMAs. They are not being tested yet, and we are way too far away from the EMAs. So overall game plan is to see some kind of weakness to kick in. We might see actually, let's take a look on the smaller time frames as well. So let's take a look 4 hour time frame. Now, first of all, with this breakout here that happened on the daily time frame, which resulted in a huge movement, we see also the CME gap here. And although we had some kind of a correction moment, but it didn't do anything, we had a further movement, and now first signs of weakness can be seen here. So what we are going to wait for is a possible retest of this line here, which would mean let's take the path. So a possible movement, maybe retest here this zone, break down from this zone here, now retest again this zone. This would be ideal sell position with target to be somewhere near here. So a short position taken from here, stop should be something like this, and this should be the first target. Now ideally we should see a fill of this CME gap, but as we mentioned on a daily time frame, we want to see just a retest of this zone as a first like movement, which would ideally also stabilize the Bollinger Bands indicator that we like to use always. And this line here is actually the middle line of Bollinger Bands, which is usually being retested once the overbought zones on the Bollinger Bands is also like reached. So let me show you fast. And let's take this one. So you can see we are outside in the overbought zone. The first zone, then here as well, and now last zone, third touch outside the like Bollinger Bands path. Also see how expanded the Bollinger Bands is, which usually indicates to similar sharp movement to happen to the lower zones. So overall, we are looking for some kind of like bearish movement to the first target of like $0.6, 65 was it, I think. basically 70 cents to 65 cents. Price gives a lot of indications to a potential downward movement, so now we have to just wait for this zone to be broken, form a nice market structure break, trend switch, and you can short this coin to this zone, to the 200 EMAs. If we see any kind of further weakness here, most likely we'll just fill this CMA gap as well. But this is just another movement that we will look only once we break this zone. First target is going to this. So this is it for the Cardano coin as of now. Now we have to wait and let's see what will happen this week.